Yeah. No. Thank you for that applause, and that was just for the adverts. Well, I decided to give just 5 points to everybody in that last game. The next game is called Panel, and the idea of this is that the contestants here will be forming themselves into those sort of people who appear on Any Questions or Robin Day's programme as panellists, and they'll just try and discuss an issue of the day in the characters they're adopting. So we'd like an issue of the day from somebody in the audience. You've got some topic of general discussion that you might have... One over the back there, what's that?
Smoking.
Smoking. Fair enough. Right, well, I assume that's a discussion point rather than you're pointing something out. Sorry? Channel tunnel smoking. That would be rather... I think we're settled with smoking. I think we've got... I think you're all ready to talk about that, aren't you? So you can either be for or anti it, just you can use bits of old props and costumes lying around there to form yourself into a character, or you can completely not do that. Good evening and welcome to Ask the Panel. Tonight we'll be discussing the topic of smoking.
I'm terribly sorry I'm late, but I got delayed because I was smoking and my boa caught fire.
Your boa caught fire, yeah. That does illustrate one of the dangers of smoking, and indeed one of the dangers...
the perils of boas.
Boas, yes, indeed. Could I ask you your name? Could I ask your name? Could I ask your name?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes. Well, I'll do that now. What is your name?
Yes, Arthur.
Yes, sir, Arthur.
Yes, sir, Arthur.
Yes, sir. You're an Arab gentleman, are you?
What?
An Arab gentleman, are you?
No, I'm a married gentleman.
A married gentleman.
Yes, but if you
later.
want me to be Arab, I, of course, will, you know.
Yes.
No, this is just a religious thing I wear.
Yeah. And I'll just talk to somebody else who
I would if
who
I was
might
you.
talk English better than you do. The gentleman there in the glasses and a tea cozy or something. What is your name?
Richard, but I'm a Dick, really. I'd prefer to be called a Dick.
Yes.
Dick, I answer to Dick.
Yeah. Well, I think we all answer to Dick, but
yes.
The gentleman in the cap.
I'm Tommy Timpkins, name by name, always known as Tommy Timpkins. I've been on the stage door, I've been in the business, I've been in the world, I've been in the music hall business for 55 years. I'm always ready with a joke. Here's one.
Yep.
There's a person...
I hope it's about smoking.
It's all about smoking.
Yeah.
A friend with a boa.
Yeah.
Mr. Boa and Mr. Dick.
Yeah.
They're going down the road, and one of them says, you got smoke, are you? The other says, no, but you can get some in that shop. It's a great one, haven't it?
Yeah.
It's one of our favourites,
But I'm going to have to interrupt you there. We admire your technique, it's just your...
My technique.
And the lady there, what's your name?
Trixie, what's yours?
Trixie, my name's Clive, but that's my problem. Trixie, do you have any views on smoking?
When you smoke, you have lots of little hairs in your throat.
Do you?
That grow, that stop all the badness from going down inside you. When you smoke, you immediately burn them off.
Oh, I see. So...
I collect...
Yeah, with the greatest respect in the world, that is absolute balls.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not balls, it's a fact.
No.
It's a
She's
fact.
absolutely right.
It's
You've
a
got
bally fact.
thousands of little balls in your throat.
No, not balls.
Which stop the smoke getting in.
Yes, I made a wig out of these throat hairs.
Yes. Oh, I see, yeah.
This is nostril hairs.
No.
I can't tell you what those are.
No. This is fascinating, but we just don't want to talk about it.
This is my leg hair.
See, I mean, I could stop smoking tomorrow if I wanted to, but I mean, could he stop being a bigoted git? I don't think so. You can't put a bigoted git out in the national...
What do you think about taxation? Do you think cigarettes should be taxed?
How can you tax a cigarette? People should be taxed. Possibly
Yeah.
smokers should. You shouldn't tax a cigarette. You won't get any money out of cigarettes. You try taxing... Excuse me, could you give me a quarter of your income?
Yeah.
No joy at all.
Yes.
Can't be done.
Yes.
I'm very worried about the effects of passive bigotry. In a restaurant the other day, there was a fellow only 2 tables away from me being a bigot. Now, if I had a child there, that child could pick up some of that bigotry and turn into a bigot for the rest of their life.
On the unlikely note of you having a child in a restaurant, we'll end the discussion there. And thank you very much from all the panellists. And good night. Thank you. Right. Well, I think we covered that. I think we covered that well enough, and I'll give 20 points to everybody there. Now, the next game is called Rap. It involves all 4 contestants, and what they have to do is simply to... It's a lovely game, this, isn't it, Stephen? Yeah. Stephen does this on his own anyway, in private, but in public, they all do 4 together, and they have to improvise a rap based on a subject selected now by the studio audience. So, a nice broad topic for them to devise a rap round. You know what the rap music is, don't you?
Mistakes.
Spelling mistakes. That is almost freaky, that. Something at least vaguely broadcasting. Having a baby. That's a good one. I like that. Have you recently had a baby yourself? It was delicious, yeah. Yes. Very, very witty. Stop yelling out anything else, will you, please? OK, so good suggestion from the man with the rather unpleasant beard, which is... no, it's a nice beard, actually. I like it. You're a man, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. So it's the having the baby rap, and to help you do it, there'll be a drum beat starting any minute, I should hope.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we start with you, John, normally. So you'd like to come forward and do the having the baby rap.
Clinical, umbilical, having babies don't make you cynical. You could on the floor you go, baby, 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 have you on the windowsill.
I met this man, he was called Dennis. He turned out to be a menace. He said, come on, I said, maybe. Now I found out that I'm having his baby. Well, he, and I push, don't push it.
When the baby comes, you know full well that the baby's going to make your life hell. But you throw the baby out the door, you say, I want a little bit more of what made the baby come in the first place. Which is boogie, woogie, 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 woogie.
Well, there's obviously a lot of unpleasantness that has to be gone through before the baby eventually comes out and chirrups. I mean, for a start, of course, the poor old mother has to put her foot in those revolting stirrups. And you've got to be very careful to make sure the baby doesn't come out in rather unpleasant pieces. And to stop that happening, I recommend amniocentesis. So that's a very good thing to have there. When I was born, the umbilical cord was cut with a sabre. Because it's only politically true, of course, as well, that only the surgeon's knife will really save labour. So, carry on.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Sorry.
I think we'll end that right there. Well, that was a very even round, so it's 10 points for everybody apart from Peter Cook, who gets 1,000 points there. And so all that remains now is to tot up the score to see who wins. And yes, I see that Peter Cook has just won this week's game. And the prize, as you'll know, or you know in a moment at any rate, the prize for winning this game is to get to read the credits out at the end of the programme, but in the style of my choosing. And I'd like, Peter, if you would, to read out the credits in the style of a New York taxi driver. So all I have to do now is to thank everybody for taking part in the show. That's thanks to Stephen Fry, Peter Cook, Josie Lawrence, and John Sessions. There's me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Whose line is it anyway? Devised and compiled by Dan Pedersen, Mark Levison, starred Clive Anderson, John Sessions, with Peter Cook, Stephen Fry, Josie Lawrence. Television, Philip Pope, Zena Cameron, Martin Hudson, Sound Supervisor, Chris Blake, Vision Mixer, Russ Story, Floor Magic, Heather Dumbledore, Too Fast, Cousins, Dan John Hibb, Makeup Designer, Christy Bolton, Wow, this is Too Fast, Research, James, the bigger they come, the harder they fall, Lighting Director, Michael Lingard, Tip Gardner, Director, David O'Dell, Denise O'Donoghue, Producer, John Patterson. I love that guy. I love that guy.